day 4. We've got another 10 days to go. He's a little hotel cat and she's real skittish, so we threw her some chicken. And she came back and wanted more. We're almost ready. I'm going to try and do everything in one load because it's a really long walk from our room to our tuk-tuk. So we're going to pack ourselves up like pack horses, donkeys, llamas. Okay, back on the road, guys.
Why is my windscreen wiper moving?
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
We're gonna have to unplug it.
Windscreen wiper is working really weirdly when it's not on.
So weird. We wasn't doing this yesterday.
No. Have you done anything to it? Maybe some water's gotten in there.
Yeah, like I said, the water's on the switch. I gotta pull over, otherwise it's gonna burn the motor out.
Alright. Our windscreen wiper won't stop moving.
Mine's just doing this
Oh, okay.
the whole time, and I'm like, I
literally just said my windscreen wiper's been a with.
gotta unplug it, otherwise it's gonna burn the motor out.
So if it starts raining, we've got to pull over again so we can replug it in. I wish there was such a thing as smell of shit. It stinks. So it's day 4 and the weather's not that nice today. It's not cold, but it's not warm either. And it's quite windy and it's not raining yet, but it will be. I'm going to put down on the screen where we are right now, and I'll put where we're headed to on the screen right now too. I've lost track of where we are and where we're going. So yeah, no real plan today except for to get to where we're going. There's nothing along the way that we particularly want to see. So yeah, coming to the end of the good highway, we think. Coming into a town, possibly a city. It's like quite large buildings, so
Made it like 70 kilometres though in a couple of hours, which is good.
yeah, make a good time. I mean, the more good time we can make in the places that we're not really like dead set on going to, then the more time we've got in the places that we want to see. We're also looking for food. So that is the aim of the next stop, is to find some food. Not quite breakfast, not quite lunch. Okay, so we've made a pit stop. Hayley and I went to the toilet, which was over there. I tried to flush the toilet and it came out of the back end. So poor Hayley, she had to go in there afterwards. Nothing came out of the bowl. It was just the pipe that goes into the bowl wasn't attached. Yeah, so went and had some chai over at that little hut there and saw this massive rooster. It was jumping. Check it out. And now we're just filling up with fuel. Everyone's doing the checks. So because we have to mix the oil with the petrol, we park up the rickshaws and we walk over with our little fuel canister and we stand in line.
I am mixing 2-stroke oil into the fuel. So pretty much for 10 litres, I need to put 400 mils of this oil into the fuel. And that helps keep the engine all moist and lubed up. Just like that. And then once it's in, we give it a good shake, put it back in the shore, and we're on our way.
Breakfast of champions. Bread, it's safe. We're just not getting breakfast this morning because we're leaving the hotel so early. And breakfast doesn't start till like, well, in one hotel it was 7:30, in another hotel it was 8:30, and then the hotel we were in last night was 9 o'clock. I can't understand why it's so late, but I suppose that's Indians get up late and stay up late, so whereas Aussies get up early and stay up late actually. Windscreen wiper has a mind of its own. This morning it was going super slow, now it's going crazy. Oh, it stopped. Luke's managed to make it stop. So now the windscreen wiper's not working at all. Luke's had to re-plug it in, pull over and re-plug it in. One really cool thing about this race is we actually have a WhatsApp group for all the races. So everyone's sending through photos of how they're doing, giving updates of what they're doing. There are rules though, you're not allowed to give like information of what roads to avoid and stuff like that because everyone's got to discover it themselves. It's part of the adventure, right? But yeah, it's really good to see other teams updating us and stuff. There's a couple of teams that have been breaking down consistently. And then there's other teams that are sending through these gorgeous videos and photos of what they're doing. There's one guy who brought bubbles and started blowing the bubbles for the kids, and the kids are just loving it. That is part of this adventure, is getting out with the locals, having fun with them, and just not being on the real tourist track where you're in a van and not really seeing anyone. This is what India is all about, and this is what this adventure is all about. I mean, it is pouring with rain. It's a little bit chilly, not super chilly. We're still in t-shirts, but you know, it's still epic. I mean, look at this view.
Absolutely beautiful.
It really, truly is.
Alright, you're currently on Luke Cam. Woo, let's get it. Now you can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, as you can see, the speedo's not very accurate. Right now we're doing about 50, probably just 50. So when it's saying 55, we're only doing about 50k now. It's a bit windy this morning, it's blowing the rickshaw everywhere. So, but we've had a really good run. There's not been any congestion, no trucks. We've just been able to make up like a lot of Ks. So we're currently looking for hotels, well, Yana is in the back. Hotels for the town that we're aiming for, so. Yeah, we can't book it because we don't know if we'll make it there, but we can look and see which hotels we like, and then as we get closer we punch that into the maps and go straight there. We're really struggling to find anywhere with hot water. I haven't had a hot shower since we left Gangtok, so I've just been having cold showers every evening and every morning. Wouldn't mind a nice hot shower. So if this is in Australia, mate, the police would be blocking off the road, they'd be freaking out, the chopper would be out, the news crews. There's a cow on the freeway. There's cows everywhere. Cows everywhere. You go through the city and they're just in the middle of the road and you're having to go around. Everyone's just going around them, causing a massive traffic jam. So these toll bridges are everywhere. come up to them. But because we're in a rickshaw, we're exempt from paying. So we come all the way to the left here, where there's always a massive speed hump to slow us down. And they're brutal if you hit them at speed. And that's it, through we go. Exempt. No need to pay. And there's always a weighbridge at every single one of these. There it is there. A dirty old weighbridge. Oh no, 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 look out, baby goat. See this fella? Death wish.
That's so cute.
There's a train coming.
So we're gonna try. We were trying to get into a town to get some lunch, but we went down a road which has now got a railroad there, and we're stuck here. And I think the train's coming for at least another 10 minutes.
We can't go back, can we?
Whoops, that's my bad. The train took forever. Finally, when everyone got back on their bikes, we thought it was time to go. But we were wrong, because another train came the opposite direction. Finally back on the move, we headed into the busy city, which took us way longer than we expected. We found a place to park and went in search of food. We found a restaurant that actually overlooked our rickshaws, which was great because we managed to watch Hayley and Scott's rickshaw roll out onto the road, and Hayley had to go and rescue it and push it back in. With food in our stomachs, we pressed on, and it wasn't long until we came up to another train stop. But this one made our stomachs drop.
So we've just come to this train track here. We've had to stop and we've looked to our left, and it's where the train derailment has been. It is full on. So I'm just going to walk along and show you a little bit of it. Wow.
Proceed to the route.
My God. Can you imagine being in these when it went over? Oh my God.
The Odisha Train collision occurred on the 2nd of June 2023. A coach train called the Coromandel Express entered the wrong line at full speed of 128 kilometres an hour and collided with a goods train. 21 coaches derailed, 3 of which collided with a third train on the adjacent track. 296 people were killed and more than 1,000 were injured. It is one of the deadliest train wrecks in history. Ministry of Railways had been warned by different experts that this was only a matter of time, but they failed to do anything about it and make the necessary changes. 3 people have been arrested for the culpable homicide and destruction of evidence. We took a moment to mourn for people affected by this disaster, and we hope their families are doing okay. It was then time to get back on the road and find somewhere to sleep for the night.
Everywhere.
After checking into our hotel, we went for a walk along the streets. We could hear drums beating from the distance, so we followed the noise. We think we may have stumbled upon the end of Ramadan, but I'm not 100% sure. If you know, please comment below and let us know.
And not even bothered at all.
The abundance of animals in India just absolutely blows my mind. They're everywhere, on the streets, on the sides. You can't go at least 5-10 meters without seeing one.
Hello, puppy dog.
Coming into town late at night doesn't give you much of a chance to look around, but we definitely did try. After tucking our tuk-tuks in for the night, we had a good night's sleep and we were ready for the next day.
Crazy animals here. Crazy goats. Crazy goats. Crazy Luke. He's been on the road too long.